Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Welcome to your November reading. We're going to take a look at what to expect for the month of November. We'll look at overall energy and your overarching theme, what you're leaving behind, what you need to focus on in November, relationships, career, money, connections, your health, mind, body, spirit, your hidden influences, the things that might challenge you, and messages from spirit. That's a lot. Okay, so welcome to my channel. My name is Anna. I'm a very proud Leo, and I hope you enjoy this reading. Please take what resonates for you, leave what does not. If nothing resonates on this video, I'm going to periodically put some other videos here that you might be interested in. You can check those out, okay? If you choose to stay, thank you so much. Don't forget to give it a like. Don't forget to sub. Come on back and see me, okay? Let's get into it. So overall energy, yes, going forward, heck yeah. Love that for you. Gorgeous card. There is a road ahead of you and there is sun shining in the direction of that road, which I love. So you may be moving forward after having a difficult time or not knowing which direction you are going to be going. That can apply to a lot of different areas of your life. So I really like this for you moving forward. Great, great energy. Let me get a tarot card too for the overall energy for the month of November. I can't even believe it is November, guys. This year has to be the fastest year yet. Like, unreal, right? It's crazier. And you know what? They get faster the older you get. Time's just speeding up. What do we have overall for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Oh, we have the Empress, but it is in reverse. So I do feel like this awakening you're having. You may have felt some trouble moving forward, not really connected to what your purpose is or feeling much like yourself. With the Empress in reverse, we have Libra energy here. You could be dealing with a Libra in your life too, or you have this as a rising moon energy, or even like your Venus sign. Okay, so you may have felt, like I said, disconnected, not feeling very good, not feeling very fruitful, right? Fertile, like in the sense of expansion, in the sense of something that you wanted to do. Like maybe some of your plans just kind of flopped in October. Here we have the going forward or the moving forward card. So it feels a lot like the theme is you're overcoming this energy of, you know, plans not really going the way you wanted them to in the month of October, right? So where you were feeling a little disconnected from the course of action, I think you're kind of realigning yourself with that, right? Now, let us take a look at what you're leaving behind, okay? Old habits, old fears, whatever that might be, patterns that don't serve you, okay? So let's get 2 cards here and see what you're leaving behind. What is Leo leaving behind in October? You can't take it all with you, okay? 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So what you're leaving behind is somebody or a situation that you were feeling taken for granted in. It could be a job too. Situations where there were strings attached, where you weren't getting what you desired, okay? Could be a long-term situation too. Social, like things that were in not equal for you. You could be letting go of a long-term job or a long-term relationship here, okay, where things were just not really balanced. You were probably losing a lot of time and energy on this job or the connection with somebody, okay? So let's look at what you should focus on. And I feel like as soon as I start dealing this, I feel like I want to get another card for this, what you're leaving behind. Okay, so give me just 1 second. Let's see what to focus on, like daily actions, where to put your energy. Put it on you. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. For some of you, this may be you moving to a more independent way of obtaining your resources, your money. I feel like you need to focus on like your comfort, what makes you happy, being independent, enjoying your life, or you will be focusing on this. You also have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like November is going to be a really lucky month for you guys. And what you need to focus on is your growth, your wisdom, really planting and pouring into your cup into November. Also, you know, having plans but going with the flow. There's something about creating a turning point for yourself in November. You know, it's like if you really want it, I feel like November is the time that you need to go for it, because it seems like a new cycle that's coming into your life here. And if you really want a life of leisure, a life of comfort, then this is really talking about the magic of that and embodying it in the month of November. Okay, because there's a beautiful cycle here. I also feel too, because the Wheel of Fortune can indicate things like serendipity, it's positive change, going with the flow, looking for the magic wherever you go. Honestly, November is very much looking for the magic and expecting the magic to happen. Okay, so let me grab a card really quick. I'm gonna go with this deck for the what to leave behind. Okay, let's just get one more card. What to leave behind for Leo, please. I like to go with the flow, guys. You know, as a neurodivergent, we sometimes have a hard time getting it together. That's why I'm trying so hard right now. All right. What does Leo need to leave behind, please? What does Leo need to leave behind? What does Leo need to leave behind? You have courage, okay? And I think what this is actually fear. For me, it would be, if you have to leave something behind, it's the doubting yourself, not having the courage, not trusting yourself, and being afraid. So that thing that might have been holding you back could have been self-doubt in the month of October. So this is a really push for you, I think, to be more courageous in November, because you see here, this theme seems like whatever you wasted time and energy on, like you may recognize that as we're transitioning into November. So you may have more of a drive to really try to work. There's a powerful energy shift I feel here in November. So you may have had some hangups, you know, because you weren't feeling that great. You can have other areas of your life doing good, but if you're not feeling, if you're waking up and you're feeling like, damn, I'm on the hamster wheel again, if that was like your October, your November is going to be very different. You're going to have like kind of a more of a personal glow up. This is more about focusing on your health, your money, your energy, what you're doing with it. And as I said before, the magic that you are and how you can utilize that magic and make whatever happen you want to. But you have to get past the part where you hold yourself back, or you take for you let people take you for granted. Okay, so let's move forward here. Let's look at career and money opportunities. I feel like there's abundance for you in November. 9 of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. This is really good luck. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to play the lottery. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Let's talk about career and money insights around abundance, work, what's opening up for you. We have the Queen of Wands. Love that for you. That's being a boss bitch. It's Beyonce's internet with this card, okay? So, I like this. There could be some sort of business opportunity that's here for you. Work is looking really good. You might be the kind of person on your job in November, or maybe you're starting a new job where you're inspiring others. They're inspired by your actions, the things they see you doing and being. You might also help people too. You might feel very like independent, extroverted here. We have the 7 of Swords, so you're very cunning in the month of November with the 7 of Swords. You're very good at figuring things out that other people maybe can't always figure out. So if, the roof is on fire, you're the one that's like, okay, everybody, here's what we got to do. Here's the plan. So I see you acting in this way, like you are the one who can bring something to, like, I don't know. Let me just say you're the 3 a.m. friend, but you're that person at work. Makes sense? Like you're the person who can bring direction to areas where other people may have problems with that. And this is a desirable quality that other people have when they see you, right? They're like, damn, excuse me. It's Anna, babe, because it's 2 a.m. The planet's on fire and Anna is calm as hell and knows exactly what to do. And you're showing your leadership skills in the month of November here. And I like that. And why it is praised is because, like I said, you have that cunning, you have that know-how, like you know how to navigate stuff that trips up other people. Okay. And people are seeing that and they're like, I want to be like that. That's how I want to be. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at your health, your mind, body, spirit. Okay, let's take a look at your health, your emotional well-being. Talk to me about health for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We got one card out. Ooh, 5 of Cups. Okay, so there's something going on here. Health and well-being for Leo in November. Okay. Now, I feel like you're refocusing your energy when it comes to your well-being, when it comes to your health, okay? Some of you may have been going through something for a time here with the 5 of Cups. This is kind of feeling bad, not feeling your very best. It's some sort of change, turmoil, or transition, but we're going back to a 4 of Cups. So whatever might be coming up for you when it comes to your energy, your vitality, your wellness, whatever that is, there's something about you, like you need to recenter yourself because you've been in some sort of like stuck energy, a little bit of a rut, and you notice the things that make you go there. Okay. So I feel like this is something you could be working at. Actually, I want to clarify this just a little bit. Clarify this 5 of Cups with the 4 of Cups. It's weird. It's almost like you want to go backwards for some reason. But I feel like what this is highlighting for you in November is that there's something that you need to pay attention to. And maybe you've been dwelling on something else. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is great. Again, you have the Wheel of Fortune twice in this reading, which is fantastic. So there's a change here. As I was saying, like you're going backwards, or you might feel a little bit of that as you get into early November, within the first couple of days. It's going to change with the Wheel of Fortune. This is good. So if you've had things happening, I'm not a doctor. I do not diagnose things. Let me just full disclaimer say that right now. Okay, guys. If something's been troubling you, I feel like you may have a change in that with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, it's good, it's growth, it's learning, it's a new chapter, it is good luck, it's serendipity, it's having those moments that solidify the fact that there's something greater than us, that improve our health, that improve our mood. So I see your mood changing. Okay, let's see. I want to just get one more card to clarify this. Clarify this for me, please. Okay, yes, King of Wands. So where we were down and out and going through tired and ruminating, I feel with the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, I feel like you spent a lot of time in October thinking and rethinking about things from the past and how they affected you. Okay, November is going to be very much, I took the time to think about all of this in October, and now I am understanding, maybe why some of this happened and how it grew me and how I am empowered by this thing. Okay, I feel like there's a wake up out of this woe is me, or all the shit happened to me type of energy that you've been having to go over for whatever reason it's come up. Okay, so you've had a little bit of that memory you know, those feelings, those negative feelings or thoughts about things that have happened in your life. You've been contemplating it. The great part here is that the Four of Cups offers a gift in that. And so I think you understand that by the time we hit November. Okay. So I see an improvement in health for some of you. You know, we're going from a sad, you know, yucky energy into this new and improved. Look at that King of Wands. He's like, yeah, bitch, I got my dick back. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so you guys just finally met me. Hi, my name's Anna, and I'm a little bit weird. All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about love relationships. Okay, I want to do the singles first. Let's talk about how connections for single Leos will flow. What's coming for single Leos? Can I have 2 cards for November? King of Pentacles. Hey. Hey, Zaddy. Oh, shit, with the devil. That's not great. All right. So we have the King of Pentacles. We have Capricorn energy here with the devil. You could meet somebody singles. But what I feel most from this, because the devil isn't always a bad thing, the devil highlights the ego, the part of the self that loves to tell us we can or we can't. So there could be a fear here that you're letting go of. And because of that, I feel like you could actually meet somebody with the King of Pentacles. This is a pretty strong indication because it is a court card. All right. So I definitely feel like if you meet somebody, it could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This person is a stable person. I think you're having some fears. You're getting over them when it comes to meeting the right kind of person, because honestly, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody stable who wants a relationship. And that's definitely the King of Pentacles or something like the Emperor. I want to clarify just a little bit. Clarify this for me. Yep, 9 of Cups. Look, so satisfied. I feel like you're meeting somebody here, but you're getting into the discomfort zone, single Leos. You have to get uncomfortable in order to do this. And I think that's part of the fear, but you're going to be happy that you did it, because I do believe you're going to meet somebody here. And 9 of Cups is getting what you want. It's getting your wish granted, but that's because you stepped out on faith, right? You did something that felt scary. We don't grow in the places where it's just the same shit, different day. And I think, like I said, a lot of you spent October on a hamster wheel. And so I think that things are changing a lot here. We've got the Wheel of Fortune twice. We got the 9 of Cups. You know, it's so beautiful. Like the fact that too, I think, you know, we're leaving behind that scared energy. You're actually gaining this courage in the month of November. All right. I'm loving it. All right. Let's look at those in relationships. Let's talk relationships for Leos or situationships, whatever you got going on. Oh, okay. I got me a little Pakistani boy at the corner store. Every time he sees me, he's like, oh my God, you look so beautiful. I'm like, yes, I know, my brother. Because did you know that I am very Indian? I'm like 17% Indian, man. He said, really? I said, yes, sir, I am. Would you like to see my DNA? Believe it or not. All right, what do we got here for those in relationships? We have the Death card. Really? Okay. All right, I take it. Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. All right, talk to me about those that are booed up for November. Okay, 7 of Cups. Some of y'all could be contemplate ending a connection or a change or transition in the connection. Okay, so you know the Death card is interesting because it indicates that there could be something that's dying, but in the midst of that letting go or shedding of that is a change that's needed. The 7 of Cups is wonderful because it talks about our variety of options, looking at lots of other things, and sometimes it talks about illusions, right? How things look a certain way, but they're not necessarily that way. So let's go ahead and clarify this a little bit. You may get like really you know, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could be a friendship. It could be a family member. You just may be able to see things a little more realistically in a connection here. Okay, clarify this for me, please. Oh, 2 cards came out. Oh, yeah. 5 of Swords, High Priestess. Ew. For somebody, it might actually be a wrap. Okay. So I think you may be getting really clear here. The High Priestess Pisces energy is, you know, your intuition kind of screaming at you that it's time to, you know, maybe put the illusion away, right, of what you think this is or what somebody's been smoke showing you. You know, look over here, and then they're doing that type of shit. With the 5 of Swords, you're recognizing that you have to choose yourself in certain situations. And sometimes that means you have to end relationships. You have to cut people off for your own sake, and sometimes for their sake too. Because sometimes you will get with partners who will lead themselves into a deep, dark black hole and just to be in a relationship because they have a hard time being without one. You feel me, fam? So I do think that there's an ending to some sort of connection here. This person might take you as a ruthless individual because the 5 of Swords can operate that way, or maybe somebody is operating this way to you. They may call you selfish. They may call you a bunch of names. Matter of fact, you know, people might think you're crazy. Here's the thing. What you truly desire is somewhere out there. And unless you're willing to not settle for the stuff that you've been getting, you're not going to recognize that that thing is out there, right? So if you're in a relationship, you may be seeing something that you couldn't really see before because it may have taken you having some sort of your own awakening, mini awakening, a change here, transformation. Okay, so I think you've been through a change that's helping you recognize that there was a bit of like smoke and mirrors happening in a connection, and maybe it wasn't as great as you thought it was. And I think you may take a chance and split up with somebody. Okay, now let me see if I've got a cord for that. Okay, all right, let's take a look here. Hi, Petunia. She just came right up here. I'm surprised she didn't go right in front of the camera. What do we got regarding this connection here? Hi, babies. Come here. Hi. How you doing? She's just purring away. You mind? Thanks. Hi, Petunia. All right, what do we got here? Okay. So we got cut down, cutting out, separation, stopping the pattern, silent treatment. So yeah, I definitely feel like some of you may be recognizing the pattern and you're going to cut this off. Okay, that's for sure. I think there's definitely an end to a connection in November. It's for your own good. And it may, as I said before, it may even be for theirs. Okay, let's look at just money. Let's look at just money. Let's look at the finances. Let's look at the finances for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Because next we're going to find your hidden influence, your biggest challenge, okay? Let's take a look at the financial situation for Leo. Okay, so you're leaving something behind. Some of you are saving for travel in November, or you will be traveling with the 6 of Swords, but you're making some sort of transition here, okay? Some of you may have had a difficult time. You may have been trying to play catch up all year here. With the 8 of Cups, I feel like there could be some bad spending habits that you're working on leaving behind in the month of November. I also get like tracking. It's giving me like tracking. So you could be coming up with like, you know, tracking tools or apps or something to see how you've been spending your money. Okay. So I feel like there's this want to move on from debts going into November. You may even be looking for some sort of help or ways and means to help you when it comes to your finances. November is still going to be pretty tough for you, I think, financially. But we have a Queen of Pentacles. What it means to me is that I feel you're going to come out of November with more money that you're going into it with, okay? think about it too. It's like, we're moving closer and closer to the holidays. So this becomes about decisions that you're making with your finances. Maybe you're moving on from a habit you once had, like you went to Starbucks every day or whatever for coffee, Burger King, I don't know. You know what I mean? Your favorite sandwich place to get breakfast. So I feel like you're coming up with a plan here. Because you've been kind of disappointed about how you've been working with your money in the past. All right. Now, let's talk about the gift of September, the blessing, the reward, the breakthrough. What's the blessing? What's the gift of September? The gift, Hangman in reverse, and the Temperance card. Balance, harmony. The gift of November is stagnant energy finally moving. Some of you are having some really nice healing here. We have Pisces and we have Sagittarius. I feel like there's rebalancing in your life. And sorry, the cats are zooming. And I feel like you have, like, your breakthrough here is that energy that's been stuck, even if it's been stagnant. Like, let's say you've got like you've gotten sick or something, and you have like lymph nodes, like all of that feels like it's going to open up. Something's going to open up for you in your physical body here. I feel like stagnant energy that has been there, it's like you're going to be able to understand that sometimes things stop for a reason, because I feel like you had to deal with something with the Five of Cups and the Four of Cups. Remember we talked about that? I feel like there were a lot of feelings that you were processing that had to come out, and maybe that's because some of you have been doing some healing work on your body, on your emotional body, your physical body, your spiritual body. And so I feel like part of the gift of this month is that you're going to create something new from all of this. Okay, you're healing, you're letting go of some energies here, and you're creating something new, which is really beautiful. Let's talk about the hidden influence. What's helping you? What's helping you through November? What's helping Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus through November? The Knight of Swords, you being bold, you having ambition, you going for it. What else? And the Hierophant, okay? You going outside of tradition, you moving in a way, Hierophant is Taurus energy here, you moving in a way that makes people want to follow you. Okay, so you standing out from the crowd is what a hidden influence is. Maybe it's people behind you motivating you. Maybe there's a certain group that you joined recently or you will join in November that pushes you to speak out, to take action on something, to, like use that quick thinking that you had that we talked about earlier. You're the kind of person who can navigate really challenging things for other people. Leos are like I said, the shit could be on fire. We're the calmest person in the building, getting everything done. Right? So this is working toward your advantage. This hidden influence has a lot to do with, I think, like that, like how you're identifying yourself as that person as well. Okay. You're bold, you're brassy, your ideas, the way you just, take things on and don't ask questions. You can kick ass and take names, right? Okay. I got to do your biggest challenge. What's your biggest challenge in November? Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Listen, I'll be having neurodivergency. Look, this is me. Ace of Swords in reverse. Your biggest challenge is overthinking. When you get divine inspiration, you think it's a bad idea, moving on bad ideas, being closed-minded is your biggest challenge. Dealing with people or situations where the communication is poor, or maybe just not being clear with people. Okay, so make sure your communications and what you're doing, like your side of the street, is clean. Be clear with people about your intentions, whatever it is, okay, because that's going to be your biggest challenge. Now, let's get some advice and some messages from Spirit. Give me a card for advice for Leo for the month of November. Advice. Stop feeling bad for yourself. Don't play around with people who act like victims, okay? You are the only person who can make you like this. That's literally what this card means. You know, sabotaging your own self. You can be your own worst enemy. It's entirely up to you. You can be your best friend and push you, or you can be your worst enemy and hold you back. It's all how you think about it, because this is your self-limiting beliefs. Okay, so pay attention to it. Pay attention to the mentality that you have and the people around you, because the people around you, believe it or not, as independent and as feisty as we are, they influence us, okay? So that's one of your messages. Let's get another one. Advice and messages from Spirit, please. Sorry. All right, advice and messages. There we go. Boom. Spell work. Okay, that one's interesting. All right, it says, using magic spells or manifesting power is strong in the month of November. Cast a spell to remove any kind of blockages and negative energies. Now, your words are powerful. Remember that. So are your thoughts, as indicated by the Eight of Swords. So understand that spell work doesn't necessarily mean you're cooking up a damn cauldron. It means paying attention to how powerful your words are. That's why it's called spelling. All right, it says, be wary of casting the wrong spell or someone giving you the evil eye. So definitely protection. Okay, definitely protection. And protect yourself. Okay. I'm going to get one of these lovely cards. I just thought about this one in the moment because this is one of my favorite decks. Okay, so we're going to get a closing message from Spirit here. Advice and guidance for November. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. These are kind of hard to shuffle a little bit. There we go. They're kind of thick. What's the word for Leo, please? There we go. The moon. Oh, I love this. Look at the moon. That's a gorgeous card. Okay, let me read this for you. This is a very powerful little deck. And the girl who made this basically drew every single thing by hand. She made it after her brother had, you know, decided he didn't want to be here anymore. And so it's a very touching story in this book. And the meanings of the cards are the way this person processed his passing. And so I just love this deck. This is what it's called, by the way, Alchemy of the Spirit. She hand drew every one of these cards, and I love the energy of this. So I hope this message resonates for you in the month of November. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up after this. It says, sign of intuition and feminine energy. The moon will bring you light in the tides of your soul. The moon imbalance signals your connection with the world of the unconscious. This can mean vivid dreams and heightened intuition in November. This means you are perceptive and capable of seeing the silver lining in your situations. This is a good time to make plans and conceive ideas, but wait before you act. You are under the influence of the energy of the moon. You are highly sensitive and wearing your heart on your sleeve. While this openness is a gift, it can also become emotional and overreact. So I want to say this because it just came to me. Don't share what you're doing in November with anybody. Keep that for you, okay? Some things get to stay with you. It says, while this openness is a gift, you can also become emotional and overreact, which can lead to misunderstandings. So be aware of that. It says, so be aware of your energy. Use this time for introspection and wait until The sun comes up before you put your plans into action. If you are in balance, this means you're heightening your intuition and creativity in November. You're being very sensitive and feeling connected with your divine feminine energy. If you feel out of balance, or the negative side of this is deceiving, overreacting, keeping secrets, living in illusion. So be aware that that could also be a possibility for you in the month of November and something you should pay attention to. Okay. You know, I thought about it and I was like, wait, I just got one more message. Okay, sweet Lord, got one more message. All right. This is it, I swear. All right. All right. And it says, the journey is the process. The journey is the process. Okay. So Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate love each and every one of you. Thank you for your time and your attention. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please let me know. Don't forget to give it a like. Come on back and see me. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great November. Bye.